Greetings everyone! I'm back with more gold silver crystal battles for you, and this one is going to be a Yu-Yu match against Super4ng. It was a really good match, really close one, and even though he's new to the competitive aspect of second generation, but he definitely knows what he's doing here. So yeah, let's go right into the match. He leads with Noctowl, named Kayapora, a nice reference to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I'm going straight for the surf. No need to overpredict on the first turn. And he brings in his own Blastoise to absorb this surf attack. So I'm gonna switch here because I can't do really much to him. So and he goes for the roar, probably predicting my switch or in case I stayed in. And with Grand Ball that gets dragged in, I can just press return and get heavy damage on something, because Grand Ball's attack is really high. Just for comparison, it's even higher than Snorlax's attack, which is considered the god of Gold Silver Crystal OU, even though we are playing UU, but you know. And at this range now, I can switch back to my Bellossom to take an attack and maybe get some damage or paralyze something, but he actually brings back his Noctowl. But I'm not really concerned, because Noctowl's attack is not that high, and he usually doesn't carry flying attacks except for, I don't know, Hidden Power Flying or something. So yeah, I get a paralysis on him, and he actually tries to go for a mirror move here. Maybe try to bounce back my Stun Spore or something. But it didn't work because I switched. So I got in for the Rock Slide, and he gets a Reflect. And yeah, now I'm going for another Rock Slide. And you will see here with the Reflect Up, I get a crit. And I'm not sure if that mattered, because it deals about a maximum damage of 140 or something, and I think it told me he has like 115 HP left. So it might have mattered, it might have not. But in any case, I switch here to my Bellossom, and he predicts it and goes for his Vileplume. Now he set up a Swords Dance as I spread a Stun Spore on him to get a paralysis. But now I am thinking, he's at +2. I could go to my Haunter to wall him, unless he had Hidden Power Ground. But in case he has Sleep Powder or something, I could not risk to go to Haunter and take it. So I bring in Graveler, and now... Explosion! Yeah, boom, right into the face. I figured this was my best play at this time, because he's a +2. He could have a grass move and take me out. If he sleeps my Haunter, which was the best counter, it could become really dangerous. So I thought, yeah, just boom on his face. Now I bring my Haunter against his Electabuzz, but I need to switch out here because I don't want to take unnecessary damage, and the Haunter may be useful for later. And he sets up a light screen, but that's okay. I'm going for a Stun Spore, and unfortunately I miss. He doesn't seem to carry Ice Punch because he goes for Cross Chop. And yeah, he actually carries the Miracle Berry, which I kind of figured it out, because when he saw the first Stun Spore miss and he let his Electabuzz stay in, it's because he had something to take it. So now he switches out and brings in the Pinsir. And it's not okay. I have the perfect answer for it, which is Haunter. Unless Pinsir carries Hidden Power Ground, Haunter is the best counter for Pinsir in this tier. But usually Pinsir doesn't carry ground because he needs Hidden Power Bug for his best stab move. So I'm just going to go for a Psychic, get some damage on him. He actually gets fully para, which it's a bit unfortunate. But as you can see here, he goes for a Hidden Power Bug, and it does almost nothing to my Haunter. So I'm looking pretty good here. Now I go for the T-Bolt, because it has a higher base power, and so I can hit this thing harder. But he actually switches here back into he goes into his Wigglytuff, which he hasn't revealed yet, and it takes that attack quite well. Now I tried to put it to sleep, but I miss, and he actually tries to do the same thing, but with Sing, and he also misses. So I'm going for Hypnosis again, I'm confident it will hit this time, but he actually sends in his pincer because it's already paralyzed. And now, predicting my attack again, he goes into his Electabuzz to take the Thunderbolt, which is a good play on his part. And now I tried to put this thing asleep because he already has used his Miracle Berry, but he reveals the Thief and steals my leftovers. So that's a really good combination. Miracle Berry can absorb status and use it, and then you use Thief to steal an item from your opponent. Props to my opponent for this creativity. Yeah, it really works out. But now he's Electabuzz is asleep, I can bring Granbull and threaten him out, because a return from Granbull, it's a possible 2-hit KO on Electabuzz. So he is forced out and he decides to sack his Pinsir to this return, and he brings now his Wigglytuff. Not sure what this Wigglytuff is gonna do, but I'm just gonna stay in and press return and get some huge amount of damage on him. And here he goes for a counter. Another move I wasn't expecting. And it works pretty well, since Wigglytuff has high HP and his defenses are quite low, so he can take full advantage of it. So my Granbull is down now. I'm seeing here what should I bring against Wigglytuff, and I decided to bring in Haunter, and since his team is quite injured, I'm just gonna go for the explosion. Because, yeah, anything that comes in will die, even his Blastoise, because he's at low amount of HP. So you know what's coming now. And there he goes. Explosion! Yeah. And his Electabuzz is going to go down in this case. So he has only left his Blastoise and his Wigglytuff. So I'm not really concerned here, I'm looking pretty good. I probably have this match in the bag. But his Wigglytuff still has the Sing, which is kind of problematic if he sleeps the right Pokemon. So I'm going here for the Stun Sport, trying to put his Blastoise paralyzed, and he actually reveals the Mirror Coat. So, and one Razor Leaf besides a crit is not enough to take him out, so first I'm going to paralyze him. And now I figured go to my Politoed and try to set up a Belly Drum on him. I know he has Roar, but I'm praying here maybe he gets paralyzed or maybe he doesn't go for the Roar, but he actually goes for the Roar. So yeah, that Belly Drum was useless at this point. But this time I'm going right for the Razor Leaf, and he actually brings in his Wigglytuff, which takes the Razor Leaf quite well. And I figured, well, I can paralyze him, and even if he sleeps me, it's okay. But he actually goes for the Curse, so his moveset is Curse, Sing, Counter, and then he has probably an attacking move. It wouldn't make sense to use Curse without an attacking move. And here he reveals it, Body Slam. And it's doing an okay amount to me, but I'm just going to stay in and try to do as much damage as I can on this Wigglytuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the paralysis with Body Slam, but here, as you're going to see, this Razor Leaf won't be enough to take this Wigglytuff out. Yeah, Wigglytuff has more bulk than it seems to have, because of his huge HP, and allows him to take more moves than people expect. And he can just take me out with this Body Slam, and now I can bring in either my Politoed or my Blastoise, but I decided to bring Politoed and finish him off with a Double Edge. And yeah, now the only thing he has left is his Blastoise, which is not much of a concern because I have my own Blast and I have this Politoed, and besides Roar, he cannot really do much to me. So I decided, you know what, first going to, here I switch it to Blastoise because for some reason I was afraid of Counter or something, but Counter cannot go with Mirror Coat on the same set, it's illegal. So I'm here pulling some switches here, also allows me to get more lefties. And here I just go for the belly drum. Because, yeah, my opponent also knows that at this point he cannot win the match. So he doesn't go for the royal jet, decides for the serve. I live that, and then I can finish off this match with a double edge. And yeah, good game to my opponent. It was a really nice match, and I actually got to hear a double down. So it was a really close match. Hope you all enjoyed it. And you leave your usual feedback and also a like if you enjoyed. And if you like more of these matches, you can also subscribe if you aren't yet. And I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, stay awesome, and peace.